It'll keep you distracted. The same way the news does this, the same way porn does this, the same way social media does this. You have to know wherever you put your attention at, it's very vital. Because if you put your attention on all of these other things external in this world, it's going to make you feel lowly of yourself. You're not going to feel happy because all your time and energy is going on to something that isn't about you. And it might sound selfish of worrying about yourself and put your attention on yourself, but you are the most important person in this world. If you're not okay, everything else in your world is not going to be okay. Not just off the emotions or vibrations that you're flowing on, but by your energy and where you put your attention at. Some people are living in a state of consciousness of hell, of where they're putting their time and attention on everything else but themselves, so they suffer. What's up, my boys? Welcome back to another video. And in this video, we are going to be talking about heaven and hell, our states of mind, and how to escape hell, honestly, how to shift your reality, basically. And the first thing I would like to say, a lot of people who are religious are going to be talking about hell as described in the religion as something that is a fiery place below the earth after you die, and that the devil's going to be there, and that there's so many things that's going to happen, and you're going to be burning for the rest of eternity, right? And then heaven being the peaceful place after you die, that God sends you and you're right there with God and you're chilling and everything's nice and peaceful. I would like to say that I truly believe that these things are all states of mind. And what I mean by that is, why would someone have to suffer their existence if they're already doing that right here on earth, where people are literally living in hell right now as we speak? There's homeless people with no money. There's people who are always depressed, who are always sad, who can't change their mind, who doesn't understand how to change their mind and their belief systems to transcend out of hell. They don't know how to do that. So they're going to be suffering. They can have good things going on within their life. Blessings could come their way, and they will still find out a way to make the blessing something negative. But there's certain people in this world that are happy no matter what, and there's certain people in this world who are suffering no matter what good things happen to them. They'll still live in a state of suffering because they are programmed to that. So heaven and hell are a state of mind. Everything in this world is something that you perceive and how you perceive it. There's two ways a person can perceive things. If there's two people, they can perceive the situation different. If a person with a better mindset will literally go through the situation and see the good out of the negative situation. It could be them losing money. It could be them losing a family member. It could be them losing a lot of things. Now let's take that person who is more happier, who, let's say they lost a family member, right? Something so deep that is bound to happen within this world. But they literally see the good within the bad in everything, or try to. So let's say somebody died out of their family. They will try their best to see it in a way so that they can not flow on negative states and be sad. They would say that this person's in another place. It's okay that they went to heaven, whatever you want to say, that they went to heaven and everything's going to be okay. And that if they were looking down on me, they wouldn't want me to cry or be sad or be hurt. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to feel that way. Death is something that's inevitable and it's going to happen. Then they go back to flowing on more peaceful states. Now on the opposite end, since this person died, the other person's going to dwell on this person dying for the rest of their life. They're going to say, I couldn't live without this person. Holy fuck, my life sucks. Everything's going bad. Everything in this world sucks. Everything's bad. Living in a state of hell. Even when it comes to negative things, you got to know how to change your mind, to see the good within the bad, to flow on higher states of life and see that things are going to happen. People are going to die. You got to overcome it one way or another, because suffering isn't going to help you. You see what I'm saying? Now we can also take the state of hell in a way of things that you think you could do and things that you can't do. The person who's more successful are flowing on higher vibrations and higher states of consciousness and living in heaven and seeing any obstacle as something that they can overcome. On the opposite spectrum, since there's a statistic, 99.9% of people can't do this or can't do that, they're not even going to try. They're going to be limited. They're going to be boxed in a box where they cannot escape. There's no doors to this box. The only way to get out of the box is by transcending your thoughts and believing better thoughts. Jesus said all things are possible for those who believe. Believe in yourself, higher states of vibrations, higher frequencies, understanding you can do whatever you put your mind to. That's living in heaven. Other people, they wouldn't even take a step, but would judge other people. Living in hell. Everything has duality in this 3D realm, but then you can transcend duality by going to 5D and entering the state of nothingness, of straight awareness, and you transcend all negative emotions. You're just flowing. You're just existing, and it's the best feeling in the world. Highly suggest you meditate. So the reason why I really wanted to make this video was because why would you have to wait to go to heaven or hell if you can experience that mindset and that life on earth right now? Why would you have to wait to go to both states or both places? It's all in the state of mind and transcending all of these illusions and understanding. I would rather go to heaven than hell. So if you want to go to heaven or live in a state of peacefulness and happiness and love and pure bliss, we're going to have to change our thought processes. Take, for example, like I said, 99.9% of people can't do certain things. Instantly, the way that I think, and especially if it's something that I have to go through or something I have to do, I would say, thank God I'm that 0.1% or that 0.001%. Thank God I'm that dude. And that lets me go forward. The other person would come across this statistic and say, damn, even if I tried to do it, I wouldn't be able to do it because everyone fails. I couldn't do it, so I wouldn't even try. It kills them off the state of mind. But if that person didn't even know that statistic existed, they would shoot forward for what they're doing, right? That's why people say ignorance is bliss. It's because, like, there's certain things that you don't know, especially if it's something negative. You should take it away from you because it's not going to help you. It's just going to stop you. It's going to make you overthink or not want to put in this work for what you want to do. And you have to understand that with a lot of people who are very successful, let's take the guy who made the light bulb. I forgot his name. Why did I forget his name? But anyways, he took thousands of tries to make electricity for the light bulb. Thomas Edison. It took so many tries for him to do it, but he never gave up. 99.9% of people will literally give up after the third, fourth, fifth try. He said, after those 1,000 tries, I now know 1,000 ways it won't work. So he shifted his mindset into a positive mindset. Instead of looking at it in a way of, I tried 1,000 tries, I might as well give up. I tried 1,000 tries and now I know 1,000 ways that won't work. So I'm not going to do those 1,000 ways that won't work. And I'm going to try another 1,000 ways that will work, that possibly could work. Living in a state of heaven. Not going and falling down to self-doubt or anything that's negative in your world. It's all in the state of mind. And also, let's talk about the news, or let's talk about social media. We could talk about porn. We could talk about all of these things. The media is made to make you glued to the screen, and where attention goes, energy flows, or energy flows where attention goes. So wherever you put your state of attention, if you're on TikTok all day and you're not doing nothing in your real life, but you're going to TikTok to fill a void, you're not going to be happy. After you turn off your phone, you're going to be like, I spent an hour, 2 hours on TikTok when I could be using this hour or 2 hours on something else in real life. It'll keep you distracted. The same way the news does this, the same way porn does this, the same way social media does this. You have to know wherever you put your attention at, it's very vital. Because if you put your attention on all of these other things external in this world, it's going to make you feel lowly of yourself. You're not going to feel happy because all your time and energy is going on to something that isn't about you. And it might sound selfish of worrying about yourself and put your attention on yourself, but you are the most important person in this world. If you're not okay, everything else in your world is not going to be okay. Not just off the emotions or vibrations that you're flowing on, but by your energy and where you put your attention at. Some people are living in a state of consciousness of hell, of where they're putting their time and attention on everything else but themselves, so they suffer. And they don't know no better. They're like kids with the iPad. You know where the kids, they grab the iPad and they're the iPad kids and they're all over playing and they can't live without the iPad and shit. That's the same way a lot of these older generations are as well. So wherever you put your attention at is going to be very important. You put your attention and energy and time on things that do not matter, you're not going to be fulfilled. But if you put your time and energy on yourself, working on yourself, building yourself, improving yourself, you're going to be happier day by day because you're focused on something that matters. The other day, somebody was talking about Elon Musk and he's doing all these things and people don't like the Tesla trucks and that they're covering up their plates. I'm like, I didn't know this, but if I didn't know this, how would this benefit my life? Even if I knew it, it wouldn't benefit my life. So why the fuck do I care about it? You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people are so into other things that don't benefit them. It kills them on the inside and it doesn't make them happy. Worrying about Elon Musk, worrying about even politics at the hand. You can't do nothing at hand right now, but you stressing about what Donald Trump is doing or what Elon Musk is doing, you're going to feel hindered from the inside. You're not going to be okay because your time and attention is going on to things that don't matter. But let's say you put that time and energy in the gym, or that time and attention on your business, or that time and attention on your books that you read, or something that is going to improve you. Imagine putting that time on the grind and putting it towards you. How much more fulfilled you're going to be. That's when I realized my life is the most happiest in my life. Even when I don't even have no bitches on my phone. I swear to God. When I don't have no hoes on my phone. And I'm just studying. All my time and energy goes to myself. And I'm putting all my attention on my goals. It's the best feeling in the world. When my time and energy and attention is on everything that I'm focused on in my life. It's the most fun in my life. Because I'm building every day. I'm reading books every day. And I'm hitting the gym every day and I'm strong and I'm feeling good and my diet's on point and everything. The time that I go to sleep and the time that I wake up is on point. But then I get a lot of these hoes and I'm like spending a lot of time with them and shit. I'm like, I'm never putting a girl over what I do in my life because this brings me fulfillment and happiness. And especially I go through these meditation states. I'm lit. I'm always happy doing my own thing. So I don't give a fuck about what Donald Trump is doing or what the fuck Elon Musk is doing. If he's sending fucking rockets to space, how is that going to benefit me? If it's not going to benefit you, don't listen to it or don't even care about it. Literally, it won't benefit you, bro. If it's going to make you sad and make you feel emotional in a negative way, fuck that shit. It's not beneficial, so that shit has to go. So the state of hell also comes from social media platforms. That's going over TikTok and social media. Those things are distracting you and taking you out of your element of who you are and taking you out of your grind or whatever you feel. If you watch something on social media and you don't feel good, get away from it and get off of it, right? This is a perfect example with Twitter because Twitter is one of the craziest apps I ever seen in my life. Like growing up through social media and all that, that's the craziest, nuttiest shit that you would ever see in your life is Twitter. I swear to God. I deleted Twitter not too long ago because I remember I went on this shit, and the moment I open the app, it'll show me some fights, right? And I always love seeing fights. I don't know, like, even if it's just, like, some knuckle up in the street type fights, like, they cool as hell. But then I seen a fight where, like, motherfuckers is getting broken, and sometimes the fights are too brutal for even me. I'm like, bro, I love seeing fights, but, yo, this is too wild, like. And then I scroll up, bro. I'm seeing a motherfucker get his head chopped off with a sword. I'm like, yeah, get this shit away from me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is not benefiting me. Why the fuck am I gonna watch this bullshit? Same thing goes for the news. The news is gonna spread propaganda to get your mind infiltrated and your emotions tied to the screen of, oh, Donald Trump did this. Oh, this is happening in your city. Oh, watch your back. Oh, do all of these things. But if you didn't know, you wouldn't feel negative or sad. So that's why I see the news. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck about the news or what it's saying. If there's a real crazy event that happens in life, you're going to see it because other people are going to talk about it. Or they'll send it to you. Your friends will send it to you. Or if you open up Instagram, you'll see it as the first thing if it's something crazy. Let's take the example of Donald Trump getting shot at and his ear getting whisked with a bullet. I was in the gym and everybody and their mother, they looking up at the moment because it covered all of the screens on at the gym. All of those screens that they have at like Planet Fitness and all these gyms, all of it went instantly to the news. So when it went to the news, I looked up because everybody's looking up and they see that Donald Trump got shot at and his ear got whisked off. I said, yo, that's fucking wild. But when it's something extreme like that, it's okay to know. But other things that are little petty little shit is not going to benefit you or make you emotional in a way of not being happy and negative and feeling sad and being scared of around your area, fuck that nut shit. It's not going to benefit you. So that's how a lot of people live in hell, with these states of mind. And social media, one of the greatest ways to get you in hell. The news, the greatest way to get you in hell. They be doing this for years. This is why when them old heads watch them TVs, they'll be in the house all day, but they'll be scared about the world. The old heads will sit on the couch all day, watch the TV, watch the news, and they will be scared for their life, but they're living in their house. You know what I'm saying? They're living in their house. They don't go nowhere. Maybe on the front porch, smoke a cigarette, and come back in, but they are not doing nothing, but they'll be scared for the world or scared of the world, because it makes your mind think something negative, something bad is going to happen, so your emotions get caught up with it, grabs your attention. Energy flows where attention goes, or attention flows where energy goes, some shit like that. But you see what I'm saying? So it's not going to benefit you. Get that out the way. Now, porn, the best way to get a man's mind off of his goals and his purpose in his life is by distracting him with women, sex, and lustful things. So that's why porn is the number one thing in the world. Who do you think is buying all of these OnlyFans? Suckers that are living in the state of hell. They don't think they could even talk to a girl in real life, so that they go online and they chat with a girl from fucking, in all reality, they're chatting with a guy from India who manages a fake account. He'll send them money because this girl's spending attention on them and energy on them. So she's putting their time on them. Now these guys are sending her money, trying to fly her out, trying to do all these things, when in all reality, they just scammed this person and blocked them the next day. Oh, send me 5,000 so that I could come see you. 5,000 sent. He's never being seen by a girl. They'll go to a OnlyFans bitch who's selling her box for $5.99. And you're not even getting no play. You're just jerking off to a girl, instead of like realizing like, yo, these hoes are at an all-time high. Like, all of these hoes are hoeing. They're going for anything. Not even looks no more, for real. It's just your confidence and how you move. Bro, they'll give a box like this. You can go to a club, bring a bitch home that same night. You can go to a party, bring a bitch home that same night. You can do these things. We got Tinder. We got all of these dating apps where bitches are fucking for free. You just got to be that guy, honestly. But, bro, they're giving out sex for free, so why would I pay for OnlyFans? And even porn is free online, so why are you paying for OnlyFans? It's so stupid and retarded that I'm like, yo, that's actually wild crazy, because I would never do some sucker shit like that. It's actually sad, living in a state of consciousness of hell. They don't think that they can talk to a girl, so they'll buy online or just watch porn all day. That's the best way to get a man off of his purpose and goals and living in real life, because you're caught up by a screen or lustful thoughts and lustful emotions. So that's how you get a man. This goes from the back in the day with Samson. Who did they send? A beautiful bitch from the opposition side. They sent that bitch to go get Samson and conquer him, and his sucker ass went out bad. He went out so bad. I'm gonna make a whole separate video on that. He went out so bad. Samson went out probably one of the worst ways I ever seen a man go out. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. And everybody be like, oh, he's in the Bible, so don't disrespect this. Bro, listen to the story. He went out bad like a sucker. Fuck what you talking about? Like, you feel me? Living in a state of consciousness of hell. How do we transcend that and get out of that? So, hell can be perceived in anything negative. Hell is the devil. Hell is the limiting beliefs. Hell is anything that's negative within your life. It can be the news. It could be porn. It could be all these things that I explained. But to get out of the state of hell is by transcending negative thoughts and realizing you're much stronger than them, because in the 5D of infinite intelligence and just straight awareness, you can become whoever you want to be. So there is no limitations. If you can envision it, you can see it, you can feel it, you can be it. You dig what I'm saying? Write that shit the fuck down, because that's a fucking bar. No funny shit. So living in a state of hell can be something as little as you being scared of a girl, or scared to talk to a girl, or scared to talk to girls in general, or scared to start your business, or scared to do anything in this world. If it's something negative that you feel like you can't do, understand that we can transcend that by our thoughts and our emotions. If there's anybody that can do anything in this world, it's you. If there's anybody in this world that can do anything, it's me. That's just the mindset shift you have to have. Everything stems from the mind. So if you believe you can do anything and you're limitless, and you really feel that emotions of limitless, of feeling like, yo, I can do anything, with these thoughts of like, yo, I can do whatever I put my mind to, and you have those emotions with you to back you up, no matter how many people say you can't, or no matter what's going on in your world, or whatever anybody's saying, you have those emotions with those thoughts, it's going to outweigh everything of people. Let's say there was 20 people who said you ain't shit, you can't do something. When you have that thought of limitless, of like, yo, I can do whatever I put my mind to, fuck what you talking about, I'm really him, and you have those emotions with it, it's going to outweigh everything. You're not going to give a fuck about what they're talking about because you're programmed a certain way. Being programmed in the state of hell, in the mindset of hell, of negativity, is of complaining, of hating your life, of waking every day and saying, fuck, I hate my life, fuck everything, fuck my job, fuck all of this. You can't even see no good because you're living on hell on earth, literally. So you have to be more grateful for things. Being grateful is a beautiful emotion, and it's high on the frequency chart of emotions to feel. Guilt, anger, competition, negativity is all on the lower. You're living through like your lower three chakras. You're living on your lower animalistic emotions and thoughts. So that's where you're gonna flow at. Now let's see if we transcend that into something more positive of like, no, I'm grateful for my job. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for everything in this world. I'm grateful for the birds chirping in the morning. I'm grateful for the area that I live at, or whatever it is. You are now grateful for little things in your life. So you're going to be programmed in certain ways of now you're going to go throughout your days being more grateful for little things of, you know, it could be somebody opening the door for you. Just be like, thank you, I really appreciate that. Or just something like that. You start off small, but those little things start to add up. So when negative times happen, you'll start to learn how to be more grateful for that situation, because you know you're going to overcome it and learn from it and use it as wisdom, and be like, yo, that was a good experience that I needed to go through, instead of suffering the rest of your experience with that. So when you start off with those little things and being more grateful for the little shit, you can be very grateful for the big things that happen in your life, and learning not to react to negative situations. If you want to be more grateful and happy with your life, but if you can react to something negative in your life and you snap back into your old self of all negativity, of like, oh, fuck that person, fuck everything, you snap back to your old reality, so that your new reality of who you are, that's more happy in your life and more grateful for the things, isn't going to be there unless you make them be there again. You have to re-enter that person of who you actually are. And you can do this by your reactions and seeing your reactions to things. If things were to get you mad and very angry, you got to see how you feel and how you react to that certain thing. Because that alone, your reaction alone, is disguised in belief. I read this book. It was something so beautiful. They said your reactions are disguised as your true belief. So if something bad was to happen, and even though you try to stay in the state of greater and being more nice and positive, you're going to be in that state and you're going to be like, yo, fuck this shit. Like your reaction is going to be like, yo, fuck that person. Like in your mind, you'll be like, fuck that person. Even though you're trying to be on a higher frequency and be a nicer person. Your reactions, what to do when you're reacting to things, even when you're not conscious of it, is realizing first, be aware of what you're reacting to. If this person's making you mad or these limiting beliefs are coming in your mind, don't react. See what is bothering you. Oh, there's a thought in my head that's saying I can't go do this thing, or it's limiting me. This is something negative that I have to transcend and get out of my mind. So step number 1 is being aware of the limiting beliefs or the things that make you angry. And then step number 2 is not reacting. It'll be certain times where there's certain people talking to me and I'm like, yo, I really kind of don't want to talk to you, but I would just stay shut and I'm not just going to react. I'm not going to be negative, or I'm going to be happy to talk to this person. I'm going to stay shut and let them talk and just let it be, and then move away, so that I don't fall back into that old reality and that old version of myself where I'm like, yo, fuck you, shut your fucking mouth, I don't want to hear you. You know what I'm saying? Compared to me just being quiet, letting them talk, and then leaving. Your reactions are your beliefs in disguise. Realize that. Be aware of it, and then not react. If there's some bullshit happening, like if you can be calm in a state of where the worst situation's happening, where you internally, you don't feel moved by it and you don't feel emotionally dependent on it, and you're not feeling negative about that situation, you are overcoming your old self and you're becoming that new person. And they always say, like, the person who was a great leader was the person who can literally, in the state of craziness, can stay calm and remain calm. That's a flex of like, yo, everybody around your way is tweaking, or some wild shit's happening around, let's say, your office, at work. Everybody's tweaking. Everybody's like, yo, what the fuck do I do? And you just there like, oh, calm. And then you can think rationally. When you're calm, you find the solution instantly. You're like, yo, calm down, motherfuckers. It's easy. Let's just do this and we're going to overcome this nut shit. You become the problem solver, and you're calm in a state of craziness. That's some wild, self mastery shit, of being calm while everybody's tweaking. That's a fucking flex. So to transcend out of hell, think more positively. Learn to do that. It's a skill, honestly. From the moment you wake up, I do this every morning. I say, thank God for my life. Thank God for everything. Every day is a great day. Every day is lit. So in the morning, before you even do anything, when you wake up, first thing, just be thankful for everything in your life. Thank God for today. Today's going to be a great day. Every day is a great day, with the emotions of like, yo, I really feel like that. Like, today's a great day. It's going to get sent to the subconscious mind, and you're going to be programmed through that way every day. And do that before you go to bed too, because your beta brain waves go to alpha and then delta before you go to bed. You can imprint on your subconscious mind way quicker. So believe certain thoughts that are positive and have the emotions to it, or having a vision of gratefulness of your life and being grateful for your world. You're going to be programmed that way. So then when wild shit starts to happen, you start to realize like, yeah, I'm not even moved by this shit. Like, this is not even the toughest situation. Like, this is some light shit that everyone's tweaking around. We're tweaking about. It's nothing crazy. So start to believe in higher thoughts. Don't let statistics, or don't let the news, don't let anything take away from your attention of your internal state, because how you feel internally is what matters the most. How you feel, no matter what anything in this world happens, how you feel about situations is how you're going to go about situations. So the more that you're sad, the more that you're moved by certain external things, the more you're going to fall back to your old self. But if you want to be stronger and be like, yo, these little things won't move me, I'm just going to keep it shut, keep it pushing, and still feel grateful for my life on the inside, you're going to overcome a lot of bullshit. Limiting beliefs, thinking you can't do certain things. Of course you can do it. If there's not 99.9% of people can't do it, thank God I'm that 0.1%. That's as simple as that. That's exactly where my mind goes. I don't think of like, damn, everybody else failed or they can't do it. I'm like, shit. Thank God chose me, that I'm the 0.1%. Like, fuck. Like, thank God. And literally by that way, you still transcend and keep going forward, instead of falling back to your old self of reading the statistic and feeling negative. Fuck that shit. Transcend, get out of fucking hell. Because you might as well not wait for hell and die and fiery burn. You're already living like that now. Most people already are. Where they put their attention and what they're focused on, they're already living that way. So you got to learn how to transcend that and be more happy, because people are happy. A lot of people are grateful for the world. A lot of people are more nicer people. Why wouldn't you want to be one of those people? Why would you want to suffer your existence? Don't. Be more happy. Learn to be more happy. Learn more positive thoughts. Learn to control your reactions to things, and you will literally have self-mastery over yourself. And once you can master yourself, you can master anything in this world. Literally. So I love y'all, bro. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'm gonna leave my last video right here for you guys, so you missed upon that, go watch that video. So stay yourself, stay 300. Whatever you do in life, trust me, I believe in you, bro.